Welcome to Wall Street Beats. I'm Benjamin Brye, joined today by Bob Morris, Charlie Peabody. Let's get it kicked off, Bob. What happened over the weekend? What's going on? Are we still talking about Iran? Are we talking about Iran in 2028? That's the real question.
It just continues here, this roller coaster ride. And, we were talking pre-show how there's no real clear leadership in Iran now. And there still seem to be different factions vying for control, vying for the microphone as to who's calling the shots over there. And my sense is that the IRGC still holds the upper hand. And they're the ones that instigated these shootings or bombings of these commercial ships last week in the Strait of Hormuz, which basically upended the memorandum of understanding, where the comment from Marco Rubio this morning was, well, yeah, they obviously violated it, but we're still open to negotiation or, just trying to reach some sort of an agreement here. And so the U.S. continued the strikes over the weekend. The Strait of Hormuz is clearly in focus right now and trying to keep that open. But over the weekend or last night, oil shot to over $90 a barrel. But on the headlines that they're still open to negotiations, it's back down here almost flat at around $81, $82 a barrel. So these headlines that keep going back and forth are what continue to drive the oil price, obviously. When oil had pulled back to 70 here a little over a week ago, we said that reflected all positive news and the risk was to the upside, and that's what we saw. There are these little events that these occurrences that are upending this MOU. And do they get back to the negotiating table? Do they start to settle back down and try to get to some agreement? I don't know. I think that's going to be touch and go. Like I said, there's no, in my opinion, clear leadership in Iran. And we said last week, when Trump comes out and says, they're dying to reach an agreement, we don't know who it is that's dying to reach an agreement, because clearly there are factions that don't want to go along with the MOU. And clearly I think that's the IRGC that adamantly wants to keep control of the Strait of Hormuz. That's their only real leverage in these negotiations. So, all along we've said we weren't selling any of the names here because of this, because of the uncertainty. And it's hard to say how this does play out. But I think as long as the IRGC has the upper hand, they're going to continue to be disruptive and play this game of stalling, because ultimately they want to have a nuclear weapon and they want to have control of the Strait of Hormuz. So it's still a very, very difficult road ahead. And again, what's been suspended here is the MOU, which again, that's just a memorandum of understanding. It's not, you then have to go to a hard or concrete agreement. So I think we're a long ways off from anything that is firm and complete and hard as far as how the structure of this all ends up playing out. In the meantime, oil prices are going to be volatile and we're going to stick with the names here.